What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another review, and today we have another Marvel Legends figure, and this time it's the retro carded Apocalypse. So let's look at the box here and take a quick look at the back, where it does have a picture, promotional image of the figure, and then it has a little small caption about the character. So without any further ado, let's take this guy out the package. All right, so here we have Apocalypse out the box, and first impressions are very good. I think the sculpt is good enough. The proportions are pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't mind him being taller, but this kind of works for a base form Apocalypse. The only thing that's kind of missing, it is a little bit plain throughout the body. It'd be nice if it had some shading throughout the muscles, and it would really make it pop more. Aside from that, like I said, the sculpting is good, and then I like the detailing. I'm gonna actually add a bit of detailing later, so I'll have that up at the end of the video, so stick around if you want to see that. But yeah, aside from that, the first impressions are good. There's a lot of potential here, and what just comes out the package is pretty much good enough for most collectors, I think. It's just that me, I'm kind of picky with a couple of things that I could adjust. I might as well do it. So let's take a quick look real quick at the other head here and the other fisted hands, which are nice as well. The face does have a bit of shading to it, while the hands, although they have those really nice sculpted details, I'm going to add a wash to them as well to kind of make it pop just a tiny bit more. So let's move on now to the next set of accessories that it brings, which is this red blasting effect. This is the bigger one that it includes, and it's for the gun hand. You do have to put it together. It brings these smaller red blasting effects as well, and what you got to do is attach them to this gun here. So it's easy enough. You pour them into the smaller ones into the smaller holes. Just got to be careful with it. And then you move on to the bigger one. You got to offset it to the higher one. It won't fit on the lower one since the smaller ones are in the way. And now to actually put it on Apocalypse, what you got to actually do is remove the whole sleeve. So you take off the tentacle, remove the sleeve carefully. It took me a while. I wasn't sure if it came out or not, but yes, it does. And then you just port it in. Once you do have it in, just got to pop the tentacle in and you're done. And there it goes. Yeah, so it looks pretty awesome. I actually dig it a lot. I like the way it looks. That's how I'm going to have them displayed, as most people probably will as well. Okay, moving on to articulation. He does look up this much. He can look down that much. Hides his face off. He has a bit of a swivel side to side on the head, but it doesn't really work that much. It's kind of loose. The arm can go full 360. You just need to be careful with that blue flap. The arm can go up this much. There's a swivel at the bicep. There's about a 90-degree bend at the elbow. There's an ab crunch. No swivel, unfortunately. The leg can kick up this much. There's a double bend at the knee. There's a rocker at the ankle, as well as the hinge. And there's also a swivel at the higher quad. So it's pretty standard articulation, but it works good enough for this bigger figure. And for size comparisons, real quick, here he is next to the animated series Mr. Sinister. And here he is next to the retro carded Spider-Man Rhino. And here he is next to Jubilee from the animated series line. And here he is next to a brown suit Wolverine from an older wave. All right, so I actually went back and added some detail to this figure. I painted the tentacles silver, and then using a Gundam marker, I lined up all the lines on the boots, and then on the hands, even on the belt, on that line in between the belt where the Apocalypse is, I added some tiny bit of gray shading, and in between the musculature, all the deeper parts of the muscles, I added a little bit of gray shading as well. So it should add just a bit of shading, and it probably pops just a little bit more, but I didn't want to go like overboard with it and really make it look too crazy. Okay, so final thoughts on the figure. I think they actually did a pretty good job with this figure. I like the details. I like the sculpt of it. Um, it would have been cool if he was a little bit bigger, or if you could adjust the size of him, like extending the legs somehow. That'd be awesome. Maybe it's a bit too much to ask. But aside from that, it's a good figure with a decent amount of accessories. It would have been nicer if it included maybe one more hand attachment so you could have both hands doing something. But I really do like the figure. It looks great with the rest of my X-Men collection. So I do recommend it for people. I would say get out there and get it if you're collecting the retro X-Men or even the new animated series X-Men. I think it fits in with those. So gets passing scores from me. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and take care, and peace.